Plato Apology, Episode 6. Pistewo gar dikaia enai halego, kai medes humon pros dokesato allos. Ude gar an depu prepoi o andres, teda te helikia, hosper, merakeo platonti lagus eis humas esi enai. Socrates continues in his discussion of what he's going to say in his speech. He says, for gar pistewo, I believe. Now, pistewo here introduces oratio obliqua, indirect statement, and this particular one functions with accusative and infinitive. For I believe that these things are just, dikaia enai, that just or appropriate are the things, halego, the things which I am saying. So the subject of the indirect statement is this clause, halego, the things which I say. The verb of the indirect statement, or oratio obliqua, is enai, the infinitive of emi sum, and the predicate is dikaia. And dikaia is neuter, plural, and it's, of course, accusative as the predicate of this clause, which is the subject of enai. And now he adds this, and no one of you, pros dokesato, should expect differently otherwise. Pros dokesato, of course, is from pros dokeo, which means to expect or to think. And it is a third singular, aorist, imperative, active. Let no one of you think differently, allos. There's the adverb. Now, may here, with the imperative, this is a prohibitive, a negative command, you might say. It's an independent use of the subjunctive. For, he goes on, it would not be, ude prepoi, it would not be proper, I suppose, depu, there's the particle, prepoi here, a third singular, and it is present, optative, and active. Present, optative, active. It would not be, I suppose, proper, O gentlemen, teda te helikia, for this particular age, meaning this particular age of mine, just as though for a young man, notice how these are dative with prepo, here in the optative once again, for someone at this age, as though I were a young man, platonti lagus. Now, platonti is a participle from the verb plato, which means to fashion, form, to come up with, imagine, something along those lines. And there may be a pun here on the actual author, that is, the person who wrote out Socrates' words, his student Plato. There might be a pun there. For me, at my particular old age, teda te helikia, as though I were a young man, prating out words. Now, because platonti is active, it can, and in this instance does, take an object, namely logus. And logus, of course, is masculine, plural, and accusative. So it would not be proper, we're still waiting for the infinitive with prepoi, and here we find it, acni. This, of course, is from emi, but not emi sum, to be. This is from emi ibo, to go, and it's from ace emi ibo, in fact. It would not be appropriate for me at my age to come before you, ace humas ace eni, to come into your presence, as though I were a young man, a stripling. This has somewhat of a negative connotation, prating out words.